Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me. This is Sanyukta Saxena and furthering our journey with Zentangle patterns, tangles issued by CZTs. Yeah. So today we are going to add one more tangle to our already existing tangle kitty, and the tangle is called Sun. Yes. Very familiar strokes. Not exactly a muka tangulation, but yes, very much similar, I would say. Start something like hollis, in fact. So I'm going to add a nice hollis, and you can also grow it just the way hollis grows. Yeah, so that's the first stroke. In fact, it is absolutely hollis, and you don't have the muka pod here, otherwise it would look like muka. So somewhere in between. Yeah, and then I'm adding these petal shapes all around. You can draw complete, you can draw behind, any which ways you want, going till the end. That's the tangle Sun. What I am doing is adding a slight weight here, a conical kind of a shape, and then just adding some dots, minute details, but you can always add something else to create a beautiful tangulation. Yeah, so I'm just adding a cone and then adding a few dots. That's how the original Tangle Sun goes. Small little things that you can do is to add some weight here. Small little things that you can do is add something else inside the leaves or the petal shapes. Yeah. Small thing that you can do is add an aura. It will add a lot to the look of the tangle. Yes. So once you know the basic, start just like Hollis. And then add these petal shapes all around like this. Yeah, so that's the tangle. Today we'll be using this tangle for our tile and combine it with few more. So let's get started. I'm going to start first with a light freehand border to my Zendala. So relax yourself and be at ease. Stretch yourself, make sure you are sitting in a comfortable posture. And then I'm probably first going to start with this tangle itself, right? So let's start. So draw a flowy hollis. That's one. And then I'm going to add one more, probably extend it from here, take it up. Again, give a nice curl, bring it down. And you can either merge it or you can bring it right here, just like hollis. Yeah. Now let's add those petal shapes. So starting right from the beginning, give nice and beautiful shape, just like the lotus leaves, lotus petals. Take your time. You can always draw behind, or you can choose to draw complete petals, whichever way you like it. Yeah. Then I'm going to switch to the other one. Slowly take your time, add these beautiful shapes, and then I'm going to probably come down. So they are kind of, yeah, so I'll keep it till here only, not add anything below, but you can always bring it down. Yeah, probably we'll add one more big one and a hidden one here. like this. Yeah, so that's sun. Now small little details, we will go to it a little later. Let us first add another tangle, which is I'm going to go with MO balls. Yeah, a tangle which we have already learned. So let's place a few of them here sitting below. So I have added a heart shape, and then I'm going to add aura, and then I'm going to add a pot kind of a shape, an orb. Yeah, again you can vary the shape, so I'm going to add a V, and then aura it, close aura, and then again add that shape. Right, again let's add a few more. So I'm adding an inverted droplet, a petal shape again, add an aura, and then again add an orb. Yeah, now if you want, you can always add to its look, add some nice auras coming from both sides to add to the look of your emo ball. Small little things that you can do to enhance the look of this tangle also. Yeah, again you can add a collar to your emo ball, a nice neck, just that the head is missing. Yeah. Yeah, so you can do that here also, or you can just add a nice band, whatever you feel like. We have already learned this tangle. There are so many different ways in which you can draw it. Yeah, let's place a few here also, or you can also add a tangle called Jokey. Yeah, so let's see. Jokey, I'm not sure if it is a tangle by a CZT, but it is a tangle that is used very often in Zentangle. Yeah, so let's first probably add a few MO balls here also, and then we will add another tangle called Jokey. So Sun is a tangle by, I think her name is CZT Hannah Shan. Yeah, and it is quite a recent tangle, but we have been kind of using it as a muka tangliation or something like that, but this is now officially a tangle. So again I'm going to add one more. This is a very simple tangle to draw and looks really nice, marvelous on shading. Yeah, so most of Thomas's tangles are such, which add a lot to your tile in a very simple way. Yeah, so we have drawn a couple of them here. Now let us go to the leaves first, and then we will, or you can deck it up right now. So take your time and deck up your emo balls the way you wish to. No hard and fast rule there. This is just a suggestion. You can add anything you wish to. Yeah. So having done that, let's first add an aura, because I think this really adds to the look of this tangle. Yeah. So I'm going to add an aura throughout. I'm also adding it because I want to ink some of the spaces. Yeah. Now add a cone, add some dots. That's how the original one goes. Now we can, if you want, do different things for different suns that we have drawn. Yeah. So probably in this one we will go with half leaf or petal. Yeah. So I'm going to continue like this. Do it at your own pace, slowly. Take your time. Enjoy the strokes. Don't haste up. Yeah. So the second one I have completed in the same fashion. Now coming to the third one, again you can do it differently. If you want to add some more drama, you can add some ink spaces inside and it will add to the look of your tile instantly. So adding an aura inside and inking it. Yeah. So continuing with our auras that we were adding to our sun. So I'm going to continue the process and add the aura so that if I want to ink the rest of the spaces, I can do that comfortably. Take your time, add a close aura. So probably you can move into the next one from here. Take your time, slowly add nice close aura to your tangle. Taking it inside. Rotate your tile and end it here. Yeah. So done with that. Now inside we have these nice spaces, so you can accommodate a nice muka there. You can add some jokeys. Let's see if we want to add a muka and then ink the rest of the space, or we want to leave it empty like a white out, or we just want to add a nice droplet there and leave it like that. Yeah, so there are so many things that you can do. So let's do something different, but it's an ideal space for placing a muka. Yeah. So that's how we generally decide where what tangle, depending on the spaces. Yeah. So instead of inking it completely, let's add a few herbs here and there and then ink the rest. Yeah. Again, these things are optional. You want, you can go with any other tangle. Even white out will look nice if you leave those spaces empty and you just tangle all around. Fill up the rest of the tile. It will just pop up. Yeah, the white space. So even that is a probability. Yeah. So again, going to the next, I'll do the same. So I am done with that. Yeah, I also added these small little orbs, stipple wherever there were spaces in between. Yeah, and in this space. Now if you want you can add some more tangles, but I think we don't need any other tangle here. We can just continue adding the auras and fill the rest of the space. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is switch between pens, that is my Micron 08 and 01, and I don't feel like adding any other tangle here. So what I'm going to do is just add auras, but switch pens as I add auras. Yeah. So I'm going to show you how. So I'm again adding one more line of aura with my O1. And this time I'm going to include my emo balls also, like this. Yeah. And you can comfortably add some more orbs here. And then I'm going to switch my pen to O8 and add a thicker aura. Yeah. Maybe you can use a 10 if you have it handy, because I don't. So I'm going to probably run through the lines once more as I draw. Yeah, so that's a little more prominent. And then again switch to my 1. You can also add it in a diva dance fashion if you want to. I'm just adding simple auras here. Yeah, so you can add one more probably with your thinner nib. So just take your time. Again, an example of what simple auras can do. Again, going to switch my nib, go with my O8. So pressing it a little harder so that my line is a little more prominent and a little thicker. Yeah, again going to add with my thinner nib. Add one more. Take your time and do that exercise at your own pace. Now the other side, if you want, you can just leave it empty. You can fill it with orbs or you can do the same exercise. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, almost finishing there. A few more auras. So I'm going to finish this part. Now you can add separately to each. So I've added 2 at the same time. and then finally just close it like this. Yeah, so one part we have filled up completely with aura. The other part is again up to you. You can either do the same exercise, or you can leave it empty, or you can add some tipple. Or you can turn it black. Yeah, so let's add one more aura. Why? Because now I am going to aura my MO balls also. Yeah, now I'm going to pick up a bolder nib and just ink the rest of the section. Yeah. See, I did some magic. Yeah. So I have inked that space, and then, as we generally do, add some small dots, some big dots, give it that mystical feeling. You can also add therefore, you can add ah, any tangle of your choice. I'm going with some big and small dots. Using my jelly roll 08 here to add those dots. That's about it. Yeah, so that was tangling. Let us now move on to shading. So as far as shading is concerned, just the way you shade your hollis, places from where lines are emerging, the ends. So let's start to blend. Don't need to add too much. Now you can add inside here, or you can add inside here. Whichever way you want it to be, your choice. Take your time and slowly shade. Give sufficient time to shading. Don't haste up. Your tile is incomplete unless you shade it nicely. The tangles come to life. They start to breathe. So give it that time. MO balls, that's the way you generally shade. So you might want to highlight the overlap, the collar. Take your time. Yeah, same here. You can also add graphite on one side, or just outline the shape, the orb, whichever way you like to shade it. Take your time. Wherever there is an overlap, a good idea to add some graphite there. Some touches there. Spaces are small, so don't blend too much. Just a little touch. Sorry. So again, you can shade your sun the way you want. I'm shading depending on my tangulation. So these leaves I have shaded like that. Now here I'm just going to add over my hollis like this. So it all depends, yeah, depending on what is the tangulation that you have created, what other tangles have you used, your shading can vary. And here again it will be better to highlight these spaces, but just a touch. There are small spaces, so you don't want the entire thing gray. Just use the tip of your blending stub. Yeah, I don't think we need to add anything else. A little bit of graphite on these turns. Yeah. So wherever there is a dip, I am adding some graphite there. Just like static, Zentangle original. Yeah, if you want you can add some highlight, use your chalk pencil and probably you can add some highlight. But again, these are optional. You may not. I think that's about it. We don't need to do anything else. Let's put in our chop. And I'm going to sign and date it. So that's the Tangle Sun. Yeah. So I shall see you again with few more new tangles. Till then, have a good time. Bye-bye.